They took your kid.
This is Brian with ScreenFiles.com and Trail Interaction. What I'm looking at today is the trailer for The Walking Dead, Dead City, I think it's called. And it's obviously a spin-off of the Walking Dead series, which has come to an end. And it reminds me, it feels to me that the makers of The Walking Dead have not taken the lesson of the great Zack Snyder. I'm just kidding. Zack Snyder, in terms of movie making, is not great at all. What I meant to say is the great George Romero, which is to say that zombie movies have to be about something. To have them revolve around people trying not to be eaten works for a time, but that eventually becomes really stale. You can do what The Walking Dead tended to do, which is to say the zombies weren't the worst problem, other people were. That will also only work for a period of time because it becomes kind of predictable. Now the thing is, the ideal approach to a zombie series especially, which has to ideally run for years, is to mix approaches. So you have the approach of the zombie is the primary issue and people are working to avoid it, combined with the approach of the people are also a problem and that needs to be dealt with. But what The Walking Dead never did, and what George Romero was such a master of, was creating a political context to his zombie movies. Now, I think it was Land of the Dead. It was too overt. Not enough gore, too much context, and it became obvious. But if you look at Night of the Living Dead, and particularly Dawn of the Dead, the political context is not at all obvious. But if you look carefully, it's there. It's not in your face, as in the case of Land of the Dead. And that's something that shows like The Walking Dead and what was the other one? Fear the Walking Dead didn't really do. They never created a context beyond the obvious, as far as I'm aware. I've watched quite a bit of The Walking Dead and relatively little of Fear the Walking Dead, but Fear wasn't enough of a different show by my reckoning to even bother with. And as I strongly am implying, The Walking Dead just became dull and repetitive because, as I've said, there was never anything really to the series beyond the obvious. Nothing to think about. In any case, let's look at the trailer for The Walking Dead, Dead City.
We gotta find a way out of here.
You want to tell me where the hell we're going?
Manhattan.
Jesus Christ. Can you at least tell me what the hell you're doing out here?
A few weeks back, I got raided.
They took your kid.
Have you seen this man? Goes by the name of Negan.
Give me danger, little stranger.
How do I figure into this, Maggie?
The man who's got her show. You know him.
You need me.
There's nothing left alive.
Negan is on the island.
We need to go.
One more time.
You don't know us. We don't know you.
You get on the island, but you don't get off. So, he makes sure of that.
He's the real reason we're here. So you want to get to the cycle? That we could help you with.
we get him to tell me where my son is when we kill him.
What the hell is that?
Don't know why you with that man I'm looking for. But I will get to you.
The ending is all that matters.
We gotta find a way out.
I think you're gonna like it here.
Give me danger, little stranger.
Well, that was the trailer for The Walking Dead: Dead City, and the zombies seem to be changing, as that thing at the end seemed to illustrate. That's interesting. But the thing is, evolving zombies is not enough in and of itself to carry the series. The series, any series for that matter, has an arc. And in that arc, things need to happen. While the evil and the brutality of man need to be seen in a zombie series, that's something The Walking Dead did to such a degree. That needs to be there, but underplayed. What needs to be, as I said, done is there needs to be a context, a political context in there as well. And all these elements need to be combined to not only make the show effective, but to make it interesting. And that's the hurdle that The Walking Dead: Dead City needs to clear. And I'm not sure it can do it. So what do you think? This is Brian with ScreenFiles.com and Trailer to Reaction. Do you agree? Disagree? Let me know down below. And as usual, consider a like or a follow. Peace.